one thing I think is interesting, and a lot of people are surprised that I didn't take classes.
Right. So this is basically you just started painting.
I've only been doing this for 4 years.
So it's Randy Bable here, curator of Gallery 10 down in downtown Sevierville. And I'm sitting here in our front room with the sun glaring on in. I got Chris Smith, one of the featured artists in here, who actually has quite a unique style that he has actually developed on his own that I want him to tell you all about, because I think his work is pretty fantastic. So Chris, tell me a little bit about what's your inspiration. So you're telling me before that you made no official training on this, but I love your work. It's actually fantastic.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And from that, tell me where you've gone from.
Well, I started out as a kid. My brother used to draw.
Most people do start out as a kid, by the way.
Might have been a little bit smaller than that, but when I started out, I mean, it was. I think it was out of jealousy. My brother used to draw, and I remember as early as 4 years old, 5 years old, wanting to draw. Right. And my mom would, she'd tell me, you need to start somewhere. So you just start drawing, you'll get better.
That's it.
And so that's what I did for the longest time, and I drew and drew and drew and I drew. Got into.
And what did you draw as a kid? What did you really draw as a kid? Just
whatever,
cars or trees or
whatever I could think of. I remember I drew a bird. My mom was real excited about that.
Okay. There you go. Yep.
But really, pretty much whatever I could. Cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
Yep.
But went dormant for a long time. I got older, got caught up in life, bills, job,
as you do,
everything, and so I just kind of went in the background and I forgot about it for a long time. And then I met my wife, well, my second wife, but I met my wife, and all of a sudden that creativity came right back out, but it came out in full force.
Did she buy you a paint set or something?
Well, I told her, said I'd like to paint. And she says, well, let's go get some paints. So we did. We went and got some paints. And I started out with a little bitty, those little cheap $10 paint sets. Just a little couple of little tubes and a canvas. And I went from there. I think the first thing I painted was was more or less along the lines of a Bob Ross. So everybody loves Bob Ross, but I went from there, and I'm now 4 years in.
All right.
Matter of fact, June will make the end of my 4th year. But
well, listen, it's pretty impressive what you did for 4 years, and there's a bit of a difference in style too that I'm picking up between your landscapes here with the waterfalls and then your Indian caricatures. So is there a mind switch on how you go from one to the other? Or is it just how they develop?
I think it's just how they develop, because I don't always really pre-plan them out before I paint them.
Right.
Some of them I will scroll through photos of images. It's not artwork, but it's just other people's photos of this and that, and I will scroll through until something catches me, and I go, I think I'm gonna do something similar to that, but I'm not gonna do that painting. I'm not gonna paint that.
Right.
But it'll spark the idea of what I want to paint.
And do you draw it out first, or you sort of just paint, or let the flow take you, or with
caricatures? No, I don't. No. It just comes out as it goes. Landscapes are a little different sometimes. Sometimes I'll hash in lines, and I'll just want where I want the viewer to look. I want to draw their eye from here to there. So I'll draw in a line. I'm there's a shoreline here, or there's a shoreline there.
Put a perspective line.
Just something to give me a little bit of a form to go with. I did a lot more of that with this one than I did with that one.
Now, are these actual places that you've been, or is this
These are places that are in my head.
In your head.
The one thing that I like about painting, and it's something that I've said since day one when I started, is I like that it's this escape from reality.
All right.
You got your everyday, and the same drone that got me caught up in, it was that drone of work, home, sleep,
get up and
bills.
Do it again.
And then with the artwork, I wanted it to be where, for the moment that you're there looking at it, you're not thinking about it.
Right.
All that other stuff just goes away.
Doesn't matter because you're focused on your art.
Is it a real place? It is in your head. And especially for the moment that you're watching it.
Right. So when do you find yourself doing the painting? I mean, do you take time out and just say, I'm gonna, tonight I'm going painting, or are you doing something, you get home from work, or you do whatever else, and you just go to paint? Is there any time that you set aside for it, or is
like most people that are artists, they start out, they're working a second job. They're working their main job, and then they're doing their artwork, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I'll get off of work, 10-hour day, I'll get home,
Yeah.
eat, talk to the wife and my daughter, play around with her for a bit, and I'm into a painting, and I can be
Yeah.
into a painting for hours.
Well, it's a good escapism too, like you said, from getting away from the mundane work of work and daily life, and like I said, you escape into your art.
But I don't totally escape. Some people have their studio space away from family, and I literally will set up everything right there in the room where they're at.
Actually, that's
distractions and all, but I like it.
That probably adds a lot to it, and it introduces you, because I saw your daughter in here earlier as well, so brings her into that whole art world too. It makes her comfortable with the paint, and I'm sure you'll probably start seeing some development of her.
She will come in and she'll play, and she'll come back in and she'll say, "Dad, I like your painting."
Yeah.
And sometimes she actually surprises me. She'll say, "I like the whatever," and she'll name off what I'm painting, and I'm like, "How does she know what that was?"
Well,
she's 4 years old. How does she know? But she knows.
Kids are sponges, so
she's smart.
That's it. So where to from here? So you've started this from 4 years ago. You've gone on this journey. You do some amazing work. It's quite fantastic.
I have so many goals, but you never know if you're going to catch them all.
Yeah.
I've had 2 murals in Morristown. I've had front page of the paper twice.
Good.
I was actually added into a publication for a business, for a job, or a company. They put me in a newsletter thing.
Okay.
And I've also been on Channel 6, Living East Tennessee.
Okay. So it wasn't a camera chasing you around saying, "Hey, we got Chris."
No, but it was Chelsea Haynes, and she kept me busy. She kept me talking and everything. But I don't know where my goals are from here. I think it's wherever the art leads me.
Yeah.
My thing is to get it out to the world, one piece at a time. So
it's a good way to get started doing it. And I'll tell you what, so I really recommend you come down and take a look. His art is absolutely fantastic. So you really want to come and see it in person here at the gallery. We're down at 118 Bruce Street, or hop online if you're sitting at home and you're in Toledo or someplace else and you can't get down here to Tennessee. It's at gallery10art.com, and take a look at his work, and you can purchase it there online. And one thing, this is all about supporting local artists. The main thing to support the local artists, don't just come in and look at it. Buy the art. Buying the art actually supports the artists, allows them to go out and buy their products and stuff and make more art for you. So I really recommend you do that. Chris, you're a lovely guy. I think your art is fantastic. Only 4 years into it, I can't believe it, because it is quite stunning. And I just can't wait to see what the future brings for you. But we'll be here for you, supporting you all the way.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.